Good morning. In the last lecture, we started Lorentz transformation. We considered two frames of references, S and S prime, and assuming initially both frames coinciding with each other at time t is equal to 0, light gun fired which has emitted one light pulse. At the same time, frame of reference S prime started moving with constant velocity v in the positive x direction, and then taking into the geometry of the figure into consideration and writing the equations. We arrived up to equation 8. Let us proceed to solve this equation. X square is here, x square is here. What is coefficient of x square? Coefficient of x square is 1, and therefore this bracket should be 1. Comparing coefficients of x square on both sides of equation 8. Comparing coefficients of x square on both sides of equation 8. What we have? This bracket is equal to 1. Alpha square minus c square gamma square is equal to 1. Equation number 9. Then minus 2xt, there is no xt term on the LHS. So if we compare coefficient of minus 2xt on both sides, there is no xt term, so coefficient of this minus 2xt should be 0. It means that this bracket should be 0, and therefore let me put this size v alpha square plus beta gamma c square is equal to 0. Equation 10. This is obtained comparing coefficient of minus 2xt. Comparing coefficient of minus 2xt, we got this equation. Okay, then now compare coefficients of minus c square t square on both sides of 8. Minus c square t square minus c square t square, coefficient of minus c square t square is 1, and therefore this bracket should be equal to 1, and that is beta square minus v square alpha square divided by c square is equal to 1, or beta square c square minus alpha square v square is equal to c square. Equation number 11. Comparing coefficients of x square on both sides, we got equation 9. Comparing coefficients of minus 2xt on both sides, we got equation 10, and comparing coefficients of minus c square t square on both sides, we got equation 11. Okay, then let us observe equations 9, 10 and 11. Let us observe equations 9, 10 and 11. Here we have alpha square, here we have alpha square, here we have nothing, here we have v. So let us do one thing. Multiply equation 9 by v square and 10 by v and subtract 9 from 10. Multiply 9 by v square and 10 by v and subtract this from this equation. Multiplying 10 by v, we will have v square alpha square plus beta gamma c square v is equal to 0. Multiplying this by v square alpha square minus c square gamma square v square is equal to v square. We have to subtract this equation from this. So plus will become minus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus. Plus minus, these two will become 0. What left? Plus beta gamma c square v plus c square gamma square v square is equal to minus v square. This is for the beta gamma c square v plus c square gamma square v square plus v square is equal to 0. This minus v square take on to this side. We have v here, v square here, v square here. Let us have v common from all the three terms sent to the other side. If v sent to the other side will become 0 as it is. There won't be any change in the value of RHS. And this equation will be for the beta gamma c square plus c square gamma square v plus v is equal to 0. From these two terms, let us take v common. What left here? 1 plus what left here? C square gamma square plus this term beta gamma c square is equal to 0. Equation number 12. After 11, equation number 12. Okay. Let us write these equations somewhere because we may need these equations at many places. Sign is this. Ten is this. And 11 is this. Twelve is this one. Okay. Then comparing 9 and 10 and doing this manipulation, we got equation 12. Now let us observe equation 9 and 11. Alpha square is here minus alpha square v square is here. So let us multiply 9 by v square. Just add in equation 11. So let me write it here. Multiply 9 by v square and then add into equation 11. Multiply equation 9 by v square and add in 11. Let me write 11 as it is. Beta square c square minus alpha square v square is equal to c square. Multiply 9 by v square to get v square alpha square minus c square gamma square v square is equal to v square. Just add these two. So minus alpha square v square plus alpha square v square. These two identical terms will cancel, they will become 0, and what left is beta square c square minus c square gamma square v square. This c square taken to this side minus c square is equal to v square, or let me have this v square to this side, or let it be v square taken to this side minus c square will be there. Then v square it is correct, c square it is correct, those things get cancelled. Beta square c square minus c square gamma square v square taken to this side minus v square c square to that side, and then if we have v square common from this minus v square from these two terms is taken common, what left here 1 plus what left here c square gamma square, and here is what beta square c square is equal to c square, equation 13. And let me put this equation here, minus v square into 1 plus c square gamma square plus beta square c square is equal to c square, equation number 13. So looking into equations 9 and 11 and doing this manipulation, we got equation 13, which is noted here. Okay, then let us have a look into equation 13 and equation 12 and 13. Beta gamma c square, beta square c square, this side 0, c square here. 1 plus c square gamma square, 1 plus c square gamma square. Yes, these two terms are identical. Here we have minus v square, here only v. So let us multiply 10 by v and add in 13. 12. Multiply equation 12 by v and add into 13. Multiply equation 12 by v and add this equation into equation 13, that is minus v square into 1 plus c square gamma square plus beta square c square is equal to c square. Multiplying this by v will give us v square into 1 plus c square gamma square plus beta gamma c square v is equal to 0. Add these two. This is minus, this is plus, both are identical. So these two together will become 0. What left is this beta square c square plus beta gamma c square v minus c square is equal to 0. C to this side is positive, take this c square to this side, it will become negative. C square here, c square here, c square here. Let us take common c square from all the three terms and send to the other side. Other side will be 0 only. And we are left with beta square plus beta gamma v minus 1 is equal to 0, or this may be beta square minus 1 is equal to minus beta gamma v. This is for the gamma is equal to beta square minus 1 divided by minus beta v, or gamma is equal to minus of 1 minus beta square divided by beta v. This minus is taken here, multiplied to this, beta square will become minus, minus 1 will become plus, and so gamma is equal to 1 minus beta square divided by beta v. Value of gamma, equation number 14. Let us note equation 14 here. Comparing 12 and 13 and doing these manipulations, we got equation 14. Let us write equation 14 here. Gamma is equal to 1 minus beta square divided by beta v, equation number 14. Then let us substitute equation 14 into equation 12 for this gamma and for this gamma. Let us substitute equation 14 into equation 12 for gamma. By doing so, equation 12 may be written as v into 1 plus c square into, it is gamma square, and therefore I can simply write this as beta square minus 1 divided by beta v whole square plus beta into gamma is here, so for this let me put 1 minus beta square divided by beta v into c square is equal to 0. Okay, then let us try to solve this. Take this v common from this term and from this term and send to other side. If we do this, this will go to this side, this will become v square, and then it will go to this side. This beta identically cancels out, and what left here is 1 plus c square into beta to the power 4 plus 1 minus 2 beta square divided by beta v plus c square minus beta square c square divided by v square is equal to 0. Then we have to solve this further. If we have to take away this v square, you have to multiply the whole equation by v square, so that Our equation may now become v square plus v c square into beta to the power 4 plus 1 minus 2 beta square. If I take this beta square c square, one beta v may come here, or let us keep it as it is. Multiply this by v square, beta will be left here, and this will be simply c square minus beta square c square is equal to 0, if only v square is taken common, but beta is still remaining here. Okay, let us solve this. If this beta is further taken here, it will be beta v square plus beta to the power 4 c square plus c square minus 2 beta square c square plus c square minus beta square c square this beta is remaining here, or if it is taken something is no, it has become beta square v square, square is there, so it is beta square v square. So this beta square, let us take this beta square v square here, so this won't be there. Okay, and to cancel this beta square v square, we have multiplied this by beta square v square, it is also multiplied, this will get cancelled, beta square will come down here, and this will become beta square v square, and one beta square will be left here, that will be equal to 0. It is left here. And it is multiplied, so it will come here, not in the denominator. Yes, this is square, so it is beta square v square, we have to put beta square v square here. We want to take away this beta square v square. If you multiply this whole by beta square v square, for one beta square v square will come. From this term beta square v square get cancelled. V square get cancelled, but beta square will appear in the numerator here. Okay, and therefore this is the term. This is for the beta square v square plus beta to the power 4 c square plus c square minus 2 beta square c square plus beta square c square minus beta to the power 4 c square is equal to 0. Then let us have a look into the equation. beta to the power 4 c square minus beta to the power 4 c square. These two are identical and opposite, so together will become 0. Then it is minus 2 beta square c square, it is plus 1 beta square c square. Subtraction of these two will take place, and for these two terms only minus beta square c square will be left, and therefore we are left with beta square v square plus c square for these two minus beta square c square is equal to 0. This is for the c square plus beta square is here, beta square is here. Let us take this beta square common. What left is v square here minus c square is equal to 0, or this is for the c square is equal to minus beta square into v square minus c square. Transfer this minus sign to inside, it will become beta square into c square minus v square. Transfer this bracket to this side, so we will have beta square is equal to c square divided by c square minus v square. Divide numerator and denominator both by c square to get beta square is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus v square by c square, or beta is equal to, let us come back here. If we take square root on both sides, we will have beta is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus v square divided by c square, this whole inside the square root, equation number 15. So putting equation 14 into equation 12 and simplifying systematically, we got beta is equal to 1 divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. Then let us substitute this value of beta from equation 15 into equation 11. Let us substitute value of beta from equation 15 into equation 11. So we may further write, this is beta square, it can be written as c square divided by c square minus v square, this one. Beta square is equal to c square divided by c square minus v square. So let me put for this beta square c square into c square divided by c square minus v square into c square minus alpha square v square is equal to c square. If we do the multiplication here, it will be c to the power 4 divided by c square minus v square minus alpha square v square is equal to c square. This is for the c to the power 4 minus, multiply this by c square alpha square v square, multiply this by this minus v square, minus minus plus alpha square v to the power 4 is equal to c square whole divided by c square minus v square. This is for the c to the power 4 minus c square alpha square v square plus alpha square v to the power 4 is equal to c to the power 4 minus c square v square. This c to the power 4, c to the power 4 identically cancels out. Okay. Then from these two terms, let me have alpha common, alpha square taken common. What left here? V to the power of, or let me have common here alpha square v square. What left here? Simply v square, and here minus c square is equal to minus c square v square. This v square simply get cancelled with this v square, and we have alpha square is equal to minus c square divided by v square minus c square. This is for the c square divided by this minus sign is taken down, c square minus v square. If it is multiplied by, it is divided by c square, in the numerator and denominator it will be 1 divided by 1 minus v square by c square. This is alpha square, and therefore alpha will be simply equal to 1 divided by 1 minus v square by c square inside the square root, which is also equal to beta. Equation number 16. So value of alpha is found, value of beta is found. Value of alpha and beta is same, 1 divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square, and value of gamma is left. To find the value of gamma, let us go back to equation 10. If you go back to equation 10, 10 is what? This one, v alpha square plus beta gamma c square is equal to 0, or I may have this further as v alpha square is equal to minus beta gamma c square. But we have alpha is equal to beta. Let me cancel this beta with square of the alpha, and what left is alpha is equal to, now we are interested in finding value of beta. So v alpha is equal to minus gamma c square, or this gamma is equal to v alpha divided by minus c square. This is equal to minus v by c square. From equation 10, alpha is that. So for this alpha, put me 1 divided by 1 minus v square by c square into the square root, or gamma is simply minus v divided by c square whole divided by 1 minus v square by c square. Equation number 70. Okay. So this way, considering all these things and solving the equations we obtained, we got values of alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha and beta have same values, that is 1 divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. Gamma has value minus v by c square divided by 1 minus v square by c square. Using these, we can write the Lagrange transformation equations. X prime is equal to alpha times x minus Vt. What is alpha? This. And therefore x prime will be x minus Vt divided by 1 minus v square by c square inside the square root equation number 18. Y dash is equal to y, z dash is equal to z, equation number 19. This is Lagrange transformation equations for x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. And now Lagrange transformation equation for time coordinate are left. What is the equation we wrote for time coordinate? T dash is equal to beta t plus gamma x. Remember this equation we wrote already. Put value beta here, gamma here to give t dash is equal to t divided by beta is this plus x divided by gamma is minus v by c square, or let me put here x minus v by c square into square root of 1 minus v square by c square. X into v by c square, or this t dash will be equal to t minus xv divided by c square whole divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square, equation number 20. So these are the Lagrange transformation equations 18, 19 and 20. In case of Galilean transformation, x dash was given by x prime is equal to x minus Vt. But in Lagrange transformation it will be x prime is equal to x minus Vt divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. Y dash would be equal to y, z dash would be equal to z, and the time coordinate is t dash is equal to t minus xv by c square divided by square root of 1 minus v square by c square. Similarly, you can write the Lagrange, as you have written Lagrange transformation equations, you can also write inverse Lagrange transformation equations. And how to write inverse Lagrange transformation equations? It will be simply x is equal to x prime plus Vt divided by this square root term, equation number 21. Y will be equal to y dash, z will be equal to z dash. What about time? T is equal to t prime plus xv by c square divided by this square root term, equation number 22. This way we have obtained Lagrange transformation equations starting with the two frames of reference S and S prime. The theoretical base needed was explained to you in the earlier lecture. Then starting with the equation we obtained, equation number 8, and observing and manipulating the equations we obtained, we got equations 18, 19 and 20 for Lagrange transformation equations. And from these Lagrange transformation equations, we will simply write the inverse Lagrange transformation equations. that is x is equal to x prime plus vt by the square root term, y is equal to y dash, z is equal to z dash, and t is equal to t prime plus x into v by c square divided by the square root term, equation number 22. This is quite a big article. I have explained each and everything needed to understand and derive all these expressions. Every single step is explained and solved so that you can thoroughly get whole idea about the Lagrange transformation equations. Hope you got it. If you have any question regarding this, you may please communicate with me. Thank you.